Who's... Oh, no, I did it last time. That's right, because I was aggro.
So, yeah, it's me this time.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was aggro last time. I forgot.
All right, do you want to share your screen with us first?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm lagging, all right? Don't yell at me, Eva.
You need to calm down.
Always got to be yelling. I try to tell you people she ain't nice, but y'all keep thinking she's nice.
Yeah, you're all sleeping on me. God damn. Like,
Somebody start some beef with Eva already.
I was kind of bitch. That's what I was saying. Like, I was, I'll get down and like, you know, I wouldn't even know what to say, to be honest. I'm just like...
You were doing good.
You were doing good. You kind of trailed off there a little bit, but you were doing good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do fisticuffs with y'all. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You sounded so cute saying fisticuffs. I'm sorry.
That was so cute.
That was adorable.
Oh, God. Hi, hello, and welcome to the broadcast. Today, I am with Xylie Star.
Hello.
And also Miss SumBunny.
Hello.
And of course, I'm Eva. So, we have for you today a little bit more on this Mark Laita situation with a video by oompaville. It's called It's His Fault. So, what's this about?
I haven't watched it yet, but apparently it has to do with the Whittakers, and that was a family that Mark Laita covered, and I think they're from West Virginia, and there was a lot of incest in their family.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we always end up with these stories. Bro, can we just, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it, Eva. I'm tired of it.
I know. I feel that too. I really liked the episode we just did about
Amanda.
Oh my God, that was like the funniest thing I think we've ever done.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I have never in our recording history heard somebody giggle so much during that whole entire thing, and that was
I'm
funny.
sorry.
It's okay. No, it was funny. It was hilarious. Just listening to your giggle is infectious. I love your giggle.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was laughing because you were laughing.
And I don't even know exactly what I was laughing at. Like, sometimes it would be Amanda's face. Sometimes it would be something that the weird guy said. I don't even know anymore.
I think it was just like the all round
yeah.
That's awesome. That's so funny. And then right, next question.
Bless her heart.
I'm blinking.
I mean, she tried so hard.
Yes, and bless her heart, she was trying to get to those questions, but they just kept yapping, and you just saw in her face going, I just want to ask this question. I just want to ask this question. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Bless her heart.
She just needs somebody that'll, like, try and push it to, like, the stuff to her, you know?
Yeah.
Like, try and rope her into the conversation more. Cause
yeah.
I don't think she could do it alone, but definitely not with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had main character energy full on, right? Like,
yeah. Okay, now Bunny, you've seen like at least like half of this video, right?
Yeah, I've seen probably exactly half of it.
Okay, so do you want to kind of give us a TLDR of what you've seen so far on it, like what it's about?
Yeah, he's talking. Okay, so he gets into this other guy that wanted to like interview the Whittaker family, and he had 4 million subscribers. I can't remember who it was. It was somebody I'd never heard of. But he reached out to Mark Laita and asked, like, can you get me in connection with this family? I would love to like help them and like help push the GoFundMe that you have. And Mark Laita's person wrote back and said they're actually locked into a contract with us and they can't make content with anyone else.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't even think these people can read, like, much less sign a contract.
Okay,
wow.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it gets into it, but one of the women in this family tells that other guy, he does end up getting in contact with them, and she tells them, like, Mark says we have no more money in the GoFundMe, because they were like trying to raise money for them to buy a new house, and I think they had like $50-something thousand in there, and then Mark was telling them that there was no more money in it.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess we're about to watch it then.
Yeah, that's kind of sus, right?
Yeah, very. All right. Well, I guess let's get started.
All right.
There's been some drama in West Virginia, my home country, okay? Technically, I'm from Western Virginia, not West...
I was about to say, you are not from West Virginia, oompaville. I know that for a fact. You're from Virginia, okay? To the audience out there, do not conflate the two, West Virginia and Virginia. We are two different states, okay?
Yep.
Just saying. Anywho.
Virginia, but it's still like my home, even though the roads are way worse. The drama I'm talking about is the drama that is centered with the Whittaker family. You've probably seen them before online. There's a channel called Soft White Underbelly. It is an incestual family that lives in squalor, basically.
So what are your names?
Their house is so tore up. I remember watching this, and I was like, oh my God.
How do they live there?
That's just how they live. That's how they yeah.
I got some family up in the mountains that live in squalor like that.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't come down off the mountain. They stay there. People like bring them groceries. It's wild.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, who's this?
His name's Ray.
Ray. I remember Ray. I photographed you, Ray. Do you remember? Years ago. And your name is? Lorraine. And Timmy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's rude to say that they're incestual, but one of them barks.
It's not rude when that's actually
That is
what happened.
it is.
It is what it is. It's not rude. Now, I mean, if you were just saying that just because of like mental health issues that they have or whatever, then that would be rude. But it's literally incestual.
That's what happened.
They're happy as they can be. Look at that Ray in the doorway. He's smiling, having a good time.
God, Bunny.
Hello everyone, my name is Caleb. Today's video is sponsored by another company that I...
No, we ain't.
That's exactly what I said. I skipped through it too. I said, nope.
Story we've all heard before when speaking about West Virginia. And a fella that we've also talked about before, a guy by the name of Tyler Oliveira, decided to investigate this family.
Tyler Oliveira.
Never heard of him.
Have you ever heard of him, Eva?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
I haven't either. Okay.
And got himself in the middle of something he definitely cannot handle on his own.
Known for its many negative stereotypes, ranking #1 in depression, #2 in poverty, and #4 in drug addiction, I'm gonna visit the poorest towns in this dead state once fueled by its booming coal mine industry, starting in the third poorest town, Martinsburg, and ending in odd West Virginia.
Insane situation, honestly. Tyler Oliveira is cool. Soft White Underbelly, I think, is a great channel. It's the whole thing is wild. So who exactly are the...
Ooh, I can't say that about Soft White Underbelly anymore. Not after that last video we did. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whittakers, if you haven't heard of them. So the canonical Whittakers are a family in West Virginia that consists of 4 people. 3 siblings, Lorraine, Betty, and Ray, and then Timmy, the son of Lorraine. He's a nephew to the other 2 siblings, I guess. I just want to ask y'all, by the way, do you think the Whittakers, do you think that's how everybody is in West Virginia? Because it's not. It's not how everybody is in West Virginia. A lot of people think that people from Virginia and Kentucky and West Virginia and Tennessee and all of Appalachia are just like this. This is not really that common. There's not an inbreeding epidemic per se. There is what's called a massive misrepresentation of wealth and an inability for the government to properly represent the people of the area.
Actually, that's very true. What he's saying about it, that's actually very true. People have a tendency to think that's how they automatically are, but it's pretty bad in certain areas where honestly they're almost forgotten about. Like those, Go ahead.
They're pouring on drugs is the main problem. Like my family that lives up in the mountains like that, they're not inbred, but they're pouring on drugs.
Yeah.
Areas in which they live and just hundreds of years of failure that have culminated into small communities throughout Appalachia that are so unbelievably poor and downtrodden and just basically third world. These siblings' parents were first cousins, like I said, because they both share the same set of grandparents.
Henry and Sarah's 5th child was John Emeroy Whittaker in 1913, and John and Ada's 6th child was Gracie Irene Whittaker in 1920. Both were paternal first cousins, sharing the same grandparents, Thomas and Elizabeth, but also second cousins sharing.
Look at this tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
That's crazy.
wow.
And that's the reason why that particular family is the way they are. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Because this right here, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Back from the 1800s, it all started. Like,
Yeah.
sharing
damn.
the same great-grandparents, James and Lucy.
And due to this, they have a lot of developmental issues, mental issues, etc.
What are you eating tonight for dinner? A sandwich.
If you didn't know, breeding with your first cousin is bad.
Inbreeding basically means that there's no diversity of the genetic pool, so bad genes are magnified. With outbreeding, is that a word?
Personally, I cannot even begin to explain the familial lineage of the Whittaker family. But
I mean, she's spitting facts. Just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
a channel called Mortal Faces has done this for us, and if you're curious about the exacts, check this video out to see their full lineage explained, and also a little bit more on their story.
From the outside, they could seem strange and mysterious with their nonverbal members like Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy, but when we get to view them up close, we came to realize, yeah, they're poor, yeah, they're messy, but they care for each other, and each of them have their own personalities and contributions to the family.
And their first video came out in 2020
like
on
her
Soft White
people.
Underbelly.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid
Yeah,
they're people.
amazing that. Yeah.
Wow.
I know the way he said that was so like, wow, they have personalities and they love each other.
Yeah.
How weird.
That's when they were exposed to the internet.
What's your favorite memory, Ray? Do you remember anything about your life?
Why the f are we talking about them 4 years on? Well, like I said, Tyler Oliveira, another YouTuber, decided to investigate them for himself, and he wanted to do it in an interesting way. He wanted to help them out.
Got all this for you guys. You got you those coloring books.
Tyler posted a video a few days ago where he investigated the poorest region in America. That is West Virginia, not Virginia. Do not confuse.
That damn right. Damn right. Keep going.
Yeah, do not confuse the
Investigated the
two.
poorest region in America. That is West Virginia, not Virginia. Do not confuse those two. They are totally separate, totally different. One is Virginia, whereas where I'm from, the western part of Virginia, and then West Virginia is right here, and it's different. It's very different from Eastern Virginia. I promise.
It is different. And I'm telling y'all now it's different. Don't conflate the two. Do not conflate the two, okay? Just saying.
As per his other videos, this is kind of what he does. He investigates places, dangerous places like St. Louis and New Orleans. These thumbnails are wild, holy f. And by God, is his
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not hating his thumbnail game.
Yeah. They're not bad, hey.
I opened a secret fight club inside a porta pot. Oh, okay.
That's my kind of content. Like, what's going on?
I think you need to check this channel out, girl.
I think I will.
Build a real house using early Minecraft tools? Wow, okay.
He lost me.
content changed drastically from about a year ago. I flew an Ender Dragon across America. Really? Are you sure? That doesn't seem possible.
I'm gonna fly an Ender Dragon across America, starting in Miami and ending 2,700 miles away in Los Angeles.
I'm not even sure what to say other than good job, man. Good job switching. So anyway, while in West Virginia, he visited multiple different towns. He asked individuals about drugs, boredom, the incest epidemic in this part of the country.
It's the biggest thing to do for fun out here.
Just go to sleep and then go back to work.
I think we all are just really bored and really poor, so the only thing to do is work and get high.
And the only fun thing that there is to do.
I mean, facts, actually.
Yeah.
That's part of the damn problem. They are bored.
Yep.
You know, there's nothing. Listen, those small towns, and honestly, there are small towns in probably every state the same way that they just completely forget about. But when it comes to like West Virginia, and I've noticed this in Michigan too. There's forgotten towns in Michigan too that they just you can tell they just don't give a shit about. Honestly, it's sad.
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Do apparently, and that is to gamble. Yes, big wins, big hits, casinos. 99% quit before their big win.
Gambling made me a trillionaire, it's true. Prove it, Donnie. I've got it on video.
Okay, my ADHD is dying with this.
I don't know what this
going
is.
on.
You might be wondering, with a town of almost 19,000 people and the streets completely empty on a Saturday, what do the people do for fun down here besides drugs? That's crazy. I was wondering why the city was so empty, and it turns out everyone and their mother is at the casino.
After visiting a few different areas, he makes his way to Odd, West Virginia, the home of the Whittakers, and one of my favorite places in West Virginia. I'm gonna be honest, pretty fucking cool.
What a
Yellow
great
Springs, Skating
name.
Bridge.
What, Odd? Yeah.
odd. That's such a great name.
Yeah, it is actually.
So fitting.
Yeah.
Odd, Morgantown, Charlestown. You see, Tyler was introduced to the Whittaker family through Soft White Underbelly by seeing them on YouTube like most of us, and he was interested and wanted to actually go investigate because he actually goes out and does things.
A couple years
That would actually be really cool to do. Like, I wish I could do something like that. That would be neat.
Yeah.
Huh.
ago, I saw this video on YouTube titled Inbred Family, The Whittakers, where this guy, Mark Laita, records his interaction with a family suffering a long history of inbreeding.
Do you remember anything about your life? Hey. And you lost your other brother.
Soft White Underbelly is a channel that is operated and owned by Mark Laita.
Hey, everybody. This is Mark.
He's got hundreds of videos on his channel full of interviews with, you know, really interesting people. There's a lot.
Don't get me started on him after the last video we did. Don't get me started, because I could go into a rant, and I'm not ranting right now. Oh.
There's a lot of stuff. And the most popular series that he has by pretty far is his interview with the Whittakers.
Mark has made 13 videos with the Whittakers with a combined total of 89.13 million views.
Constant checkups on their...
Good God, could you imagine? Could you imagine having that many? Oh my God. Dear God.
well-being. He seems to actually care about these people. He's very respectful.
This is Elle, my assistant.
Hi. We're making the Whittakers breakfast. Do you have milk?
No, I don't.
No milk. Okay, that's okay. We'll have healthy eggs.
I got milk. Nugget. You got any milk?
Milk? Or cream? No? Okay, that's okay.
I got buttermilk.
He doesn't make jokes. I don't think he's from Virginia, so people who aren't from Virginia don't make as many jokes about people from West Virginia. Over the years, and I have been keeping up, Mark has...
Yeah, we do kind of, yeah, we do kind of do that. It's horrible. We're bad. We're bad.
Well.
Has continually visited and contacted the Whittakers in order to make sure that they are not only doing fine, not that they're all right and they're healthy, but also getting them some attention that they need, whether it be through funds or just basic groceries.
All right, whatever you want. Get whatever you want. You want a watermelon? Can you grab it? Grab a melon.
I love this.
Hey, he went and got one. He grabbed one quick. All you had to do was tell me. I know that's right. I would have done the same thing. God, I haven't had watermelon in so long.
Oh, I eat watermelon all the time.
I love it. I love it. I kind of want one now.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's
Put
just
salt on it.
Okay, Bunny. She's Australian. That's not her fault.
Oh.
No, like I've met plenty of people in Australia that like a watermelon. I'm not a fan. It just doesn't taste like anything, and it's just
You
like
put salt
once
on
you eat
it?
it, you're not. No, why?
Oh, God, you gotta put salt on it.
That's how my mama eats it. I don't like it with salt,
Yeah.
but that's how my mama eats it. She puts salt on it.
Yeah.
The only time where I've actually enjoyed watermelon was in like this really random salad. It had like goat's cheese and basil and chicken and walnuts.
Oh,
and it had cubed up
sounds
watermelon.
good.
I'm like, this is actually, and coconut.
Oh,
Sorry,
I feel like
actually sounds
balsamic vinaigrette on that would be amazing.
Yeah, it was a balsamic vinaigrette. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
That sounds really good. That sounds like refreshing.
Yeah, it was. It was delicious. But then, like, watermelon on its own, I just like, I don't get it.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
We should be
There you
studied.
go.
that's okay. Me and Bunny are judging you now, but that's all right.
Yeah, just a little bit,
There's-
lightly.
Nothing,
lightly. Nothing
nothing
serious.
unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw it in.
Basket.
This is absolutely how most people know about the Whittakers, and Mark is an integral part of their lives and popularity at this point. I love this video, by the way. It's such a sweet video. He takes them shopping, and they go to Walmart. He tells them that they can go get whatever they want, and they just get the basics. Basic necessities, food for themselves, food for their pets. Very basic stuff. No fucking Xboxes, no nonsense, no Mr. Beast shit. I think it really shows you what kind of people they are. In spite of being inbred, I think this is the reason why this is so popular. It's not people being like, oh, ha, 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 inbred hillbillies. I think it's just like a really interesting...
That actually does say a lot that, you know, because I'm telling you now, somebody walks into a Walmart with me and they tell me I can do whatever I want or I can get whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the stuff I can't afford. Best believe I'm coming out there with a new TV and an Xbox.
Oh, I need him to be. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think that really tells you how little they have, though, that they really were only thinking about the necessities.
Yeah.
Like, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Interesting little experiment of humanity by Mark in the Soft White Underbelly channel. It's cool. It's makes you feel a little bit warm and fuzzy inside, in all honesty. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know. Maybe I'm just soft and I didn't grow up in Virginia long enough. Tyler was very interested in this and wanted to get in on the epic piece of pie. So he emailed Mark and wanted to see if he could introduce him to the Whittakers. Hey Mark, my name is, and I represent Tyler Oliveira on YouTube, a channel with 4 million plus subscribers. We saw all of your interviews on YouTube and really respect the style and uniqueness you bring to YouTube and how you portray all those you interview. We are currently interested in filming a video about the Whittaker family in West Virginia. I was wondering if you'd help us get in touch since you've done so much with them. We would love to help show the world the compassion they have and support the GoFundMe to help get them a new home. Please let me know as soon as possible. Thank you, Tyler. However, you got an interesting response from Mark. Hi, Tyler. Soft White Underbelly has an exclusive contract with the Whittaker family for all content creation. We are also currently in talks about a television series with a broadcast network. Thank you so much for thinking of us. Oh, White Underbelly. This gave
Whoa.
Voiceover as well. Okay, like, what's going on there? Like, all of a sudden they're just content and not people anymore.
Yeah, and if it was to help with the GoFundMe that he started for them, why wouldn't he be all for that if it's about helping them?
Yeah. I don't particularly, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's, I mean, it's a YouTube channel. It's not like it's not like a contract that they have with a major network. It's a YouTube channel.
That can't be like a standing contract because I don't think that, I don't want to sound mean, but like, I don't think they're in their right minds enough to like sign a contract.
Yeah, that's what that's what bothers me too about it, Bunny.
Yeah.
I understand how that works.
I don't know. It seems kind of scummy to me. I don't know. Something seems scummy to me about that. I don't know.
It's like he's taking conservatorship over them, but for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Ew. Okay.
Tyler a bit of a red flag since Soft White Underbelly has milked about 13 videos, 90 million views total from the Whittaker family. So it seems like, from his perspective, maybe there's something going on here. Maybe they're being taken advantage of. That's what it seems like.
How's the house coming along?
What house?
I
don't know what house. We didn't have to Mark about the house.
What did Mark say about the house? Paige wants to get an update.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you think he's...
Mark probably got more money in there. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, no, what you don't know.
From my understanding, there's like, I don't know, $50,000 or $60,000 in there?
We'll get back to the numbers later, okay? But he couldn't get in contact.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute now. So that now there could be a misunderstanding because these people are, you know, they're okay. I don't know how to say it, but it's not like they there could be a
they may not understand.
They may not understand.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Bunny. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say, but not be rude about it.
Yeah.
With the Whittakers, so he went through someone else, a person named Paige. And Paige gave Tyler a grocery list to deliver to the Whittakers, as well as the, suggestion to do a wellness check on them also.
I reached out to the only other person I could find who had made contact with the Whittakers, Paige, a sweet special ed teacher from Alabama who checks up on Betty, the matriarch of the family, almost every day over the phone. And after talking to Paige, she was ecstatic to get me a grocery list of all the things the Whittakers needed and allowed me to drop them off on her behalf and to do a wellness check on them in the winter.
He pulls up and explains who he is and drops off the groceries for them.
How you doing? We're friends. We got a grocery list for y'all. Good to meet you. Betty? All right, Betty. Tammy? How you doing, Tammy?
Hi.
Right here? Okay.
Okay, this is cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see his stuff when doing that. Yeah.
Hi. Good to meet you. Hi. You staying warm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sticks around and has a little chat with his fella little boy.
Oh, wow. Hi.
Oh,
he's so cute.
Oh, look at the baby. Look at the baby.
He's so cute.
I love the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Little boy.
Hi, little boy.
Where you at, little boy?
Go to the picture.
Yeah.
Little boy.
How old is little boy?
I don't know how old he is.
He's the newest addition to the family.
Yeah.
He's a cute little boy.
Man, it reminds me of home. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I ain't even shitting you. That's real shit right there, bud. You ever been to the Shenandoah Valley? You ever been to South Fork, Shenandoah? Oh my God. You go west of Paris Mountain. You're not sure who the fuck you're gonna run into. Basically, anything west of Paris Mountain is just West Virginia. All right, I'm from West Virginia. I'm not from Virginia. I'm from West Virginia. He just kind of all around hangs out with him.
I mean, the joke is because I live on the complete opposite. I live on the complete opposite end of Virginia. I'm on the eastern part of Virginia.
Right.
The joke is once you get past a certain point, that western part of Virginia it's West Virginia.
Yeah.
Right.
We grew up thinking, yeah, they're just West Virginia. They're just part of Virginia, but they're practically West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
And Pet's that adorable little dog, little boy, and it's awesome. But there was a bit of shade thrown towards Soft White Underbelly that got his attention.
I started a GoFundMe linked in this video's description and donated $10,000 of my own money. If you feel moved by these innocent souls and want to help them live their elderly years in peace, feel free to donate below. Mark, if you have any honor, let's combine whatever my viewers and I raise, your 2 GoFundMes, and let's get the Whittakers a new house for reals.
He takes this little line of shade and then kind of calls out Mark, says, hey Mark, if you have any honor, let's combine our streams together and let's help out the Whittakers. So it seems like it's from a good place, but it's also like bad info. I don't really know. Mark responded though, okay? Because we don't really know what's going on. We're hearing it directly from the horse's mouth here, which is Lorraine. I'm just going to say that Lorraine probably is not a great source for talking about money.
I don't know.
True. And I do agree with him on that. That's what I was trying to say. I just didn't know how to say it, and I didn't want to sound rude doing it because I didn't mean it in a rude way.
No, we all know what you meant.
Yeah.
I just had a thought.
What, babe?
Why would he take a contract out on this family and like have them sign a contract? Because if they go against it, what are you going to take from? They have nothing.
They have nothing to take.
Like,
I know.
So true. Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, there is nothing you can take. They don't have anything. They literally do not have anything. What are you going to take? So what's the point of a contract?
Yeah, I didn't think about that until now. Dang.
The only thing I can think of is almost like, okay, how do I put this? It's almost like he's looking at them as his intellectual property, his IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're human beings.
That's what I mean. No, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying before.
gross.
He's looking at them as content rather than people.
Yeah. And that's kind of gross to me. To me, that's kind of like, I mean, I'm not trying to say it is absolutely exploitation, but it kind of feels exploitative to me if they're under a contract.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it's the same thing for Rebecca, the other one that he has a series on. He's probably got a contract with her.
Yeah, I feel like anything that's got high views like these guys do, they're probably be like, right, they're our cash cows. We can't let them go anywhere else because then there's exclusivity. No one's going to go. And if somebody else puts out something that's got to do with them, then, you know, that's our stuff going down the drain. That's our content.
Yeah. I don't, I'm not, it doesn't feel good to me.
No.
Probably is not a great source for talking about money.
I don't know what house. We have to Mark about the house.
What did Mark say about the house? Paige wants to get an update.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you think he's...
Mark, we ain't got no more money in there. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think Lorraine or the Whittaker family know that they are in a contract exclusively to film with Soft White Underbelly. And I think that's...
How can they... Okay, see, that's a problem to me.
Yeah.
If they don't understand or know that they're in a contract, then how legit is that contract then at that point?
Yeah, you know, at least half of them can't read. Like, so... And they can't... I mean, like, they're not even... Most of them... 3 of them, I think, are nonverbal, they said.
Yeah. So how, I don't understand. I don't understand how they can be under any kind of contract. I don't get it.
That's probably what Tyler's kind of worried about here. He's like, are these people being taken advantage of?
In every one of these videos, Mark currently has a GoFundMe link with a mission to help the Whittaker family purchase a new home, with $55,692 raised thus far, in addition to a previous 2022 GoFundMe that generated $12,000 for a new house. And for those preferring other ways to donate, you can also PayPal or Cash App Mark Laita directly, with $77K and however much else was sent to Mark directly.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that don't feel right, for sure.
Bruh. No.
Correctly, there's another GoFundMe to help the over 7,000 people who have been interviewed for the Soft White Underbelly channel, with $48,000 total raised on it right now. Who gets any of this money and how is it divided, we'll never know.
So Mark, the fellow behind Soft White Underbelly, a very handsome guy who looks like he's getting his school book picture taken, school yearbook. I didn't go to school, I'm a fraud. I don't know what that is. I've never had one of them. He saw Tyler's video and felt the need to respond to some questions that were raised after Tyler's video went live. Some things that he needs to address here, such as potentially the idea that the money from the GoFundMe was not actually going to help the Whittakers. That was the implication, sort of, not directly said, but it's like, it's kind of getting at that, right? This is not silly, this is not goofy, this is serious.
There's a young YouTuber named Tyler Oliveira, I believe his name is, but he posted a video about the poverty in West Virginia, but he spent some time.
Okay. When he moves his hands, y'all look at the daggum moose knuckle on this man.
I know, I was going to say, what's that bulge doing?
When I saw this, I rewound it and called Cooter into the room. I was like, that's impressive, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely been framed in that way, like that frame. Like, you know, why couldn't it be from the waist up? Why did he have to include that little part there? Like,
okay. I had to prepare y'all. Sorry.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at people's faces. I would have never caught that. Thank you.
My eyes went straight to it.
Because I was looking at his hands, and then his hands moved. I was like, ugh.
Oh my God. Why? Okay, let's go.
I'm with the Whittaker family and asked a lot of questions about the GoFundMe that my channel has that benefits the family. And I thought I'd answer everyone's questions.
Mark says that the GoFundMe that he made when he first interviewed the Whittakers has made a lot of money. And the goal of the GoFundMe was to help them with living expenses and ideally get them a new home someday.
If you've watched that video, you've got a lot of questions about what's going on with the GoFundMe for the Whittakers. This GoFundMe that I've had for years, since I've been interviewing the family, has generated a lot of money for the family. It was always designed to help them with their living expenses.
Their home is a shithole. Like, it's very shitty. It's a terrible, ugly-ass house. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to stand on business, okay? About how I'm kind of getting into interior design, and that shit is fucking ugly as fuck. My God. At one point, Mark says that he started an entirely new GoFundMe with the house fund as the primary goal.
End of last year, we changed it to we started a new GoFundMe. And
okay, that was kind of awkward. All right.
We changed it to
start a new one so it would
whoa.
look like this is how much money we're going to get for the house. And as we accumulated money for that, I was thinking, hey, we're getting closer to our goal.
Now you can hear him explain it, but it's a bit to chew, so here's a more visual breakdown. GoFundMe number 1 was started August 24th, 2002. It was for a home.
They can build them a home with that amount of money.
Oh, heck yeah.
Why are they starting new ones? And then, like, what happens to the old ones? Why aren't they using it on them? Like,
yeah.
Has already 77,000 minus taxes already been to the family? Where? How?
Where?
Where's that going?
Oh my God.
What have they done? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Home and living expenses, nothing specific. And the use of funds for both of those purposes made it hard to see exactly what the money was being used for, because you can't just buy a house with $95,000. It's not in 1998. So because of this lack of clarity and the direction that the funds were going, another GoFundMe was created to coexist with the original. GoFundMe number 2 was created September 3rd, 2023.
I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, you see that statistic he put up?
Because you can't just buy a house with...
Okay. The average home value in West Virginia is estimated to be $146,000. But you know what costs a lot less than $146,000 that you could get probably about $75,000-$80,000? A modular home.
Trailer.
Or a trailer. A nice double
That's
wide.
just as good.
That would be that's still a hell of a lot better than what they're in right now.
Oh yeah.
So with 95
double wides nowadays are nice.
Yes, double wides now are hella nice. Or you can do a modular home.
Yeah.
Which is basically like a double wide, just not on wheels.
Yeah.
Do you think that property that they're at has been something that's been in their family for a long time? They just don't want to move. Maybe that's something that they take into account. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, why would they stay there?
I don't think it's about them moving. I think it's about putting it on that property.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But a modular home or a double wide does not cost that much. And that would be a hell of a lot better than what they're living in right now.
About anything would be better than what it looks like.
Yes. It doesn't have to be a grand 2-story build a home or anything. No, it could be a double wide or a modular home.
Yeah.
With $95,000. It's not in 1998. So because of this lack of clarity and the direction that the funds were going, another GoFundMe was created to coexist with the original. GoFundMe number 2 was created September 3rd, 2023, a little over a year later. And this
So this one says that it has $12,000 already been donated towards the house on that campaign. So did that go to the family, or is that just from another thing where he's put it into this one? So $12,000 just went into this one.
I have no idea. Good
like
question.
there's so many stipulations that they're putting in there, and it's like, well, that's not really clear. Because literally the other one said that $77,000 went to the Whittakers family and for their expenses. And this was like $12,000 has been donated towards the house in the campaign.
I don't know. I feel it feels like to me there's a lot of money shuffling around.
Yeah.
had the sole purpose of raising money for a new home for the Whittakers. And the description of the second fund says that $12,000 from the original fund went towards the fundraiser, this new one, for just a house. And the gross total for the fundraisers for the Whittakers was over $150,000, which Tyler Oliveira is sort of alleging never actually went to the family that it was raised for.
Mark currently has a GoFundMe link with the mission to help the Whittaker family purchase a new home, with $55,692 raised thus far, in addition to a previous 2022 GoFundMe that generated $12,000 for a new house. And for those preferring other ways to donate, you can also PayPal or Cash App Mark Laita directly, with a minimum of $77K raised directly for the house, in addition to however much was sent to Mark directly via Cash App and PayPal, and however much money generated from, let's say, just the first video he made with the Whittakers, an extremely conservative estimate of $82,000, assuming a $2 RPM. We have a minimum of $159,000 in the home fund here.
Mark, in his response video to Tyler, explains the situation in a bit more detail. He says that every few weeks, he would get a call from Larry, Betty, somebody asking for new money, get a new car, needing to buy food, etc.
The problem has been that Betty and Larry will call me every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and say, hey, we need money for a car. Larry wrecked his car. We need a new car. We need food. We need this. We need that. It's always an emergency, and they need money. And it is their money. This money is, all these donations are for the Whittakers. And when they tell me they need money, what am I going to say? No, you can't have it. We're saving it for a house. So I give them the money. Sometimes it's $5,000, sometimes it's $4,000, sometimes it's $6,000, or one time it's $14,000, sometimes it's $3,000 or $2,000, but it adds up.
By the way, we talked about Betty. We didn't talk about Larry. All right, he wasn't really in the original stuff. I don't really know why he wasn't included in there. Mark wouldn't say no.
That's a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000, 3,000, 2,000, 14,000. It's just like, well,
yeah.
Okay. But what's that going to? Like, I don't see any new cars around anymore.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess that they couldn't pass a driver's test. Like, I just don't.
Well, one of them does have, a couple of them do drive. Because in one of the Soft White Underbellies, you saw a truck. Like, that one of them had a truck. So.
Yeah, maybe one of them. I know one of them's, like, missing an eye.
No to them, obviously, because it's their money and people donate the money to them. He's not going to gatekeep the money, and who in the family, what
but go back to the Walmart situation, okay? What did they get when he told them you can get whatever you want, and they got basic necessities? So, so it's, I don't see, something ain't right. I'm sorry, something's not right.
If they already had their basics, then why were they getting more basics? Like, if that's what the money that's been given to them was for, like, we need like food, we need clothes, we need this, we need that, and it all seems like basic stuff anyway. Like, why would they fill up their cars with stuff that they should already have?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Something ain't right.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So the amount of money that the Whittakers were requesting would just add up. Every couple weeks, they would call for more money. Thousands would get shipped away. Mark even shared bank records of the transfers to the Whittakers.
Bank records.
Okay.
Bank records. Okay.
So even though we've generated, I think the earlier GoFundMe had about 77,000 before we ended it, and then this one currently now has 55. The one for the house has 55,000. That totals what, 120, 130,000 roughly.
It's starting to look like that they need a financial guard. They need a wealth manager. They need a JP Morgan hookup is what they really need. A CPA, a CFO, somebody. All right, how about Thomas Whittaker, the one who escaped to New York City, to the big city, all right? The big city of New York City, West Virginia. The bank record transfers go from January 31st, 2024, all the way back to September 20th, 2022, totaling over $100,000 in money sent. He also shares that they get every cent after taxes are taken out, which is fair. And he handles the taxes, obviously, because if he left that responsibility to them, the IRS would involve themselves, and that would definitely happen for sure.
Keep in mind that money still, we still need to pay.
Okay, I'm wondering, does somebody have a gambling problem or something? And maybe he's just sending money and they don't even know that they're just like flushing it down the drain or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because they don't really seem like they're on drugs. Like, I mean, they don't seem like they're like tweaking or anything.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least like 6 times a month they're getting at least $400 to $4,000. Like,
tax on that money. Somebody needs to pay the tax. If I left it up to the Whittakers to pay the taxes, I think we'd have a problem with the IRS. And I don't want to get the Whittakers involved in any kind of tax problem, so I chose to pay the tax on that money, and they get every cent that is left after the taxes are taken out.
And by the way, government agencies don't like the people of West Virginia, especially not the poor and downtrodden. Not just West
True. Very true.
Oh, that's sad.
Virginia, anywhere, dude. Government agencies really hate poor people. It's kind of weird. and the middle class. Mark explains that the constant draw of the GoFundMe has left it completely depleted, and then explains that whenever they've called over the last few months, he's given them money from his own pocket to make sure that they are taken care of, which is completely fair and respectable, but it isn't what makes good clickbait. It isn't what makes good content. It needs to be provocative.
Because I've gotten these not weekly, but every few week calls from Betty or Larry asking for money, the money that's in these accounts gets depleted. It's always happened with them, where it looks, you look at the GoFundMe, it's generating money. All of a sudden there's 55,000. Oh, we're getting closer. No, you're not, because they took out 5 and they took out 6 and they took out 8 and then they took out 14 and they took out 3, and it keeps it low. It's 0 right now. It's been 0 for a few months. Larry and Betty have called me and asked me for money. I've given it to them out of my own personal bank account, not out of their GoFundMe donations, because I like helping the family. But without the ability to stop spending and start saving, we're never going to get close to that house.
An off-screen voice comes into the video and says that Tyler's video has spread quite a bit of misinformation because an accurate depiction of information wouldn't be as juicy or scandalous.
Basically, it's there are people on social media that create these like scandal stories. They're not factual.
It's misinformation.
They're misinformation. They're making up facts to create a scandal. Like, wouldn't it be juicy if Soft White Underbelly was collecting GoFundMe donations and not, he was keeping the money? Ooh, that'd be a really juicy story. So,
well, I have to give it to him. He gave receipts, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to give it to him.
That's what he designed. He didn't ask me. He never called me. He did call me once to ask me if he could give them my contact info, but I don't want to give out the contact info of everybody I interview.
And watching it back, you can tell the shade cast on Soft White Underbelly by Betty. I can't remember their names, dude. I think it's Betty that was talking smack, I think, right? But she wasn't really talking smack. She spoke to Mark the other day. There ain't no money for a house. Of course, there ain't no money for no damn house.
What house? I don't know what house. We have to mortgage a house.
What did Mark say about the house? Paige wants to get an update.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Betty, it's because your family spent it all on cars and food and stuff, which is fine. $150,000 is not that much money over a 3-year period for a family of like 6 people. Mark does say that he received communication from Tyler to get into contact with the Whittakers, but he didn't give him the Whittakers information, because if he did that for everyone, so many people are trying to get into contact with the Whittakers, he does that for everyone that he interviews. He doesn't pass on their numbers. He's just complete and total.
I want to know about the contract, though.
Open, closed case. He lets them contact them. It's not his responsibility. They're not a fucking white pages.
How many requests for the Whittaker contact info did we get back then?
So many. It would have ruined their life if all the people got their
yeah.
address
So we have to figure out a way to keep everybody from just going to the house and it becoming like a problem for them.
In this, he does admit that the exclusive contract is just a false lie. It's not real. That would be bad, honestly. That's a fucking huge red flag. If the exclusive contract was legit, that sounds worse than the truth.
Okay, thank God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because, bro, if they were under contract, that contract can't stand. I'm sorry. Because there's no way any of them could understand that.
By a lot.
Okay, good.
I don't really know if that's like... Just be honest, be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to share their number out of respect for their privacy. No, actually, we're working on building a show and exploiting them massively. It was bad. He should have just been fully upfront.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Lying, I guess.
So I made up excuses why I'm not going to give out the contact information.
We've done that for a lot of guests, not just the Whittakers.
Anybody asking for a girl's phone number or a girl's email, I always say no.
That's right.
Emailing us to get somebody's contact info is not the way to do it.
Mark laments that it is a shame that he has to share a platform with someone like this. That is Tyler Oliveira, saying that it's just the way that social media works now. It's the danger of the modern internet. It's
just a shame that I share a platform with people that do this kind of stuff. I think it's just the nature of our new world with the confluence of social media and
it's just a race to create content, it feels like. That's all.
Yeah, it's just freedom of speech and the internet to combined.
Okay, but to be fair, we even looked at those totals for those GoFundMes, and we were asking the same question, going, "Where's the money?"
Where's the money?
And what happened? He showed where the money was going. Okay, all right, fine. I don't have any more questions. You showed the receipts, but you can't blame.
Well, if that happened, if that happened when that Tyler guy was there and they were talking about the GoFundMe and stuff. Their house looked exact. Nothing looked fixed.
No.
Nothing looked any better.
So now the question is, what happened to the money?
Yeah. I still don't believe they'd spend all that on a car and food.
You know what it seems like to me? It seems like to me they need somebody to just give them like a weekly allowance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a bi-weekly
just get them the house. I don't know. I don't know.
Just be able to budget it and stuff like that. They just need someone responsible to be able to help them out.
Yeah.
And the internet to combined are dangerous.
The content that Mark makes is good content. It's really interesting, thought-provoking, cool stuff.
I talked to Eddie. I want to get to use the court to train a little kid, teach him some basketball stuff. They called him up. Eddie gave me locker, towel, use of the court, and a basketball. So that's kind of the sweetest revenge of success.
And then there's Tyler Oliveira.
Aliens built the pyramids? No. Egyptians? Yeah. Okay. A lot of people are drinking the Kool-Aid.
And me.
It feels pretty good, other than this thing that says tracking failed, just like right in the middle of my vision. What do you mean tracking failed? I don't give a about that.
Oh, he's wearing that damn...
Oh, the iVision Pro, whatever.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh no.
How about that? How about I don't give a...
And like this, it's different worlds. Mark says he's confident that his own audience will be able to see through the bullshit, but he knows that the people who see Tyler's video will think that he's just a scammer, and without the full context, some might even continue to believe.
Some people don't know my reputation. They don't know who I am, and they'll hear a story like this and think, yeah, he's a scammer. He's a con artist. He's keeping the money for the GoFundMe. And I'm sure there's people that are going to believe it, even though I'm showing you the proof in this video. That's just the nature of human beings, I think. You know, it's disappointing that that's the way it goes, but that's what's going on.
You can tell that Mark feels incredibly dejected by this, and he's upset. I would be very, very, very upset. He's not only upset by Tyler's video, but also what Betty Whittaker said, because he's been there for them through everything. And the Whittakers' lives have been drastically better since he...
Well, technically, Betty just repeated what he said.
Yeah.
So technically, Betty wasn't wrong.
I still feel like if he wanted to really help this family, why wouldn't he let this 4 million subscriber YouTuber like interview them and push up the GoFundMe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like that still just feels weird to me. Like it does still feel really territorial over these people, and that's strange to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He entered it, which is probably true.
Like I haven't done a thing. Look at the Whittakers' lives. Their lives are so much better since I came into it. Their lives have improved greatly since I came into it. And the reason for that is because I'm kind and generous and I'm helpful. And when they needed help, I came through for them every single time. The fact that Betty comes on stood in front of him, his cameras, and said, when he asked what happened with the money, she goes, I don't know. Come on. Betty knows exactly where that money went. She calls me every 2-3 weeks to ask me for more. And I always ask her, like, what are you doing with all this money? You're living in West Virginia. How can you spend so much money like this? And she goes, I need it.
Maybe, I guess. It's hard to kind of measure that, but...
Okay. Because what's his name mentioned the casinos earlier and how that's like a big thing around there. Is she going to the casinos and blowing all that money?
I mean, that could be a possibility. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Are they going to the casinos?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question to ask, actually, I think. I don't think it's drugs. I really don't think it's drugs.
No, because where else is it going? Like you can't really, there isn't anywhere else it could be funneled into, because you can see that while going into their house and looking at their belongings and looking what they're wearing and how they're going.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can tell it's not getting put into themselves. Well, where is it getting put into? And literally the only thing I can think of as well is maybe just blowing it all. Like, or do you think maybe they're hiding it, the money themselves, or like putting it somewhere so they can? I don't know. I'm just a wild theory. I'm just trying to think of like other ways maybe that.
Yeah, I feel like it's you're playing like a kind of tricky game when you're giving money to people who have never had anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna know how to handle that like the average person would.
Right.
Monetarily, I'm sure it has been. And Betty told Tyler that she didn't know where the money went from the GoFundMe. Is Betty potentially an instigator here in this situation? Does Betty know something we don't know? Does Betty know that she's about to get Tyler a bunch of views and cause some of the biggest drama to come out of odd West Virginia in the history of the world? Obviously, she just doesn't know. She actually doesn't know because she's not financially responsible. That's the reason why. It's not because it's just out of ignorance, right? And as a result of this, he has disabled the GoFundMes for the Whittakers and won't do videos with them anymore after this.
I'm gonna discontinue my GoFundMes for the Whittakers. I probably won't even do videos with them anymore. It's just like it's left such a bad taste in my mouth after all this. There's other things that are interesting for me in the world.
Ultimately, throughout Mark's video, you can tell how.
Come on. That's over her saying that. Betty might just be a hen. She might just be starting some drama.
She didn't say anything because all she did was repeat what Mark told her.
What she said wasn't even like. She said, "I don't know anything about a house." He hadn't said anything. Like,
come on, man.
Wow, the slightest little bit of pushback, he shuts everything down.
Yep.
How insanely disappointed he is with how all this unfolded, because he's probably had the fire burning under his ass over the last few days since Tyler's video came out. He claims he spent a lot of time with the family, years in fact, trying to make their lives better, only to have a hungry clickbait YouTuber sabotage everything that he's worked for. That's his perspective. And on top of that, the family acts like in his video that they've never seen any of the money. That's dumb.
It's left such a bad taste in my mouth after all this. There's other things that are interesting for me in the world. So I just it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth after what just happened. Like, nobody came to my defense and said, hey, Mark gives us a lot of help, a lot of money.
Okay,
See,
bro.
he was patting himself on the back earlier saying how these people's lives were so much better since he's come into it. And he's just okay walking away from that. You never really cared about him then.
Views.
Yeah. He's so slimy.
Nobody said that. I never once have ever gotten a thank you from anybody. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
Wow, yeah.
Come on, bro. Okay. All right.
I'm so hurt right now. Jesus.
You know, I feel like, okay, I'm going to be honest. I feel like something's up. I feel like something's up. I really do. I feel like something is up, and I don't know what it is. And he's just pulling away from it because he don't want it to be found.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just shut everything down.
Yep.
Because it's like, it wasn't even because, like, you know, they're not putting it to good use. And, you know, I feel like that my time is, like, you know, is... and like whatever my effort is going unnoticed or whatever. It was more like, well, I'm getting pushback, and also like I can find more interesting things. This is like I didn't realize it was about your interests. I thought you wanted to actually help this family get a house and be better off. Like that's what the whole point of your interviews and what the GoFundMes were for, was to help this family.
Yeah, why were you talking like you actually personally cared about these people, but you can just walk away from them like that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I want to describe Tyler as an irresponsible journalist, spinning a narrative he knows nothing about and will just get him views, and doing that over being accurate, hence the irresponsible description of the word journalist.
That's what's going on. I'm sorry this happened. A lot of people got confused and thought maybe I'm a scammer or a con artist. I'm not. This is just a case where this young YouTuber who's doing some irresponsible journalism decided not to get any input from me and just decided to take a story and run with it because he knew it was going to get a lot of views, which it has. I take the hit on that. My reputation gets tarnished. He makes a lot of money. I mean, I guess it helps me because I make a lot of money too when people see these stories and they go to my channel to comment something terrible about how I'm evil and terrible. That's just social media. It's frustrating, but that's the world we live in.
Bro, he's soft.
Yeah.
I can understand why it's called Soft White Underbelly. I'm just like...
Yeah. He was just trying to mesmerize everybody with his big old camel toe.
Oh my God. That ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about.
That's just, it was just there staring at me the whole time, Xylie. You didn't see that?
I wasn't noticing. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't.
Right at you.
I am a married woman. I do not look at that particular part on men. Thank you very much. I am a good Christian Southern woman, okay? I do not do that. Just saying.
Calls Betty in the video, the woman who he's been sending the money to, and the woman who told Tyler she didn't know where the money is. She admitted calling him for money in this video.
Yeah, I know I've been calling.
Yeah, I know. So I just want to make sure because like when Tyler interviewed you, he asked you like, what's going on with the money? And you said, I don't know. And he asked you about the house and you said, what house? And it made it look like I'm not giving you guys money. Am I giving you guys money?
Yeah, you've been giving money, but I didn't know you've been giving money for the house out of that, Mark.
Well, I told you, and we talked about this, that we're going to try to generate money for our house.
I know.
Okay, but I've given you over $100,000, like in the last year or so, a couple of months over a year, like the last 14 months, I've given you about $100,000. That adds up to a lot of money. You didn't mention that to Tyler.
Well, I didn't know. That's so funny. I love cute.
I do not like how he called her and did that. And
I don't either.
That feels like
he
was milking it for this one last time.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like that he did that. There's something up.
Yeah, that just felt really
Appalachian people.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a big misunderstanding, dude, obviously. Mark's response received extremely well. As you can imagine, he seems like an honest guy. He's doing something on the internet that all of us, the desperate people who are in clickbaiting and shit, we will never be able to feel the satisfaction that he feels when he interviews someone in the way that he interviews people. It's really interesting content. Tyler, in response to Mark's response, made a response video.
All right, update on the Whittakers and Mark Laita. One day ago, I uploaded a video about West Virginia. In the last 7 minutes of the video, I go to the Whittakers' house, drop off some groceries, and I ask Betty Whittaker what's going on with the house and where's the money. I'm referring to a
Why are we playing ESO music in the background of that? Not ESO, Skyrim. That's literally Skyrim music in the background. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The gamer. Okay, you know what, Bunny? It makes sense. I'm a gamer. I hear that. You do your thing, and you notice the moose knuckle. Makes sense.
Yep. See, there we go.
I understand Bunny because that music just blared, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute."
GoFundMe set up by Mark Laita.
So now we have the whole story. Tyler wanted to talk to the Whittakers for his investigation of the poorest state in America, West Virginia.
Now, I asked Betty what's going on with the money. She says, Mark says we've run out of money.
Poorest state.
Oh, yeah, West Virginia, 17.10%. Yep.
State in America, West Virginia.
No, wait. Has the highest... Actually, it's Mississippi is the poorest state. That's what Oompa is pointing out. You see what Oompa is pointing out? It's actually Mississippi... Then it's Louisiana, then it's New Mexico, then it's West Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia. Now, I asked Betty what's going on with the money. She says, Mark says we've run out of money. What house? What do you mean, basically? So I uploaded this to my video, and I open-endedly asked Mark, what's going on with the GoFundMe? Where's the money? I did not accuse him of doing anything. I did not call him names. I merely asked the question I myself was curious about, and thousands of other people in Mark's own channel have asked him.
And now people online are saying that Tyler has ruined the relationship between Mark and the Whittakers, and he's caused a...
No, Tyler didn't. No, you cannot blame that on him, because honestly...
That's his own doing.
Yeah, by looking at those GoFundMes as it is on how much money is raised, how was Tyler supposed to know Mark was giving them money?
Yeah, he was just asking questions.
Exactly.
About,
a bad thing to happen.
Many people are saying, I've basically ruined the relationship between them, when in reality, that's between them. If Mark wants to cut them off for not maybe fully understanding the situation, and he is that frustrated that one person with a platform asked the question of what's going on with the public GoFundMe, with public funds donated to the GoFundMe by strangers who care about these people, if me asking that question has elicited a response in which he cancels GoFundMes forever because it calls into question what? The timeline in which he intends on giving these people the money, his ethics, what's going on? Genuinely, I'm asking a very basic update question of, hey, there's a lot of people that have donated to this GoFundMe. What's going on with the money?
But Tyler claims that he's simply just asking a question that other people had, and
that's
yeah.
The question made sense to me.
Yeah.
Mark is upset because Tyler had a platform that now makes him look like the bad guy, which is weird because he did literally make him look like the bad guy by saying, if you have any honor, you'll give the money to he already gave all the money to the Whittakers. Tyler does give credit to Mark for managing the money.
It's probably on account of the email that he sent him about getting in contact with the family to begin with, because that seemed weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's weird to me, too? What's weird to me is he lied about a contract and about a TV show.
Exactly, so where's your honor in that, huh?
Something's not right about this. Something is not right. I don't know what it is. Something's not right.
Money and giving it to them instead of keeping it for himself, which is... Yeah, that's good.
He is the manager of the funds donated to the GoFundMe for them. If he just sent that update, me and so many other people would not have been so confused and asked the question. I just asked the question of what was going on. His response is obvious frustration and the receipts showing the transfers, which that's good. Thank God he's actually sent them the money. I think that's great.
And on top of this, Tyler donated $10,000 to his own GoFundMe, which only has $16,000 now out of $100,000. So it's not as hot as the Soft White Underbelly one, and overall this situation is kind of fucking weird. Tyler ends his response video claiming he never intended to attack Mark personally, but questioned the way that he responded over a simple question.
I never intended this to be a personal attack towards Mark. I think it was a very reasonable question that I and many other people had of what's going on with this money, what's the update? His response to all this is interesting. If one person with a voice elicited this reaction, I'm not sure what to make of that. But to Mark's credit, the money was sent. Whatever amount of money we raised by the end of this month will be sent to the Whittakers with receipts and videos. Thanks for watching.
Which is absolutely a misrepresentation of the true matter of the situation. Calling someone out for their honor in them donating money to poor and downtrodden people when they did, and insinuating that they didn't, and questioning his honor, that is not really a reaction that I wouldn't expect. That's crazy. And it seems like a lot of people agree. The comment section is pretty much on the side of Mark and the Whittakers, and I don't see how you could possibly be on any other. It's manipulative. It's a misrepresentation of facts, and it's manipulative. It's kind of weird. And honestly, it's a fuck up on the part of Tyler for sure. What are the ulterior motives here? I have no idea. It doesn't seem like Mark has many ulterior motives. He seems upset. And
by his response, I'm sorry. I think there was an ulterior motive there. I think there's something up with
there was
him.
something weird.
I'm sorry. There's something weird about that. His reaction to it was really something's not sitting right with me, and I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something's not sitting right with me.
There was a massive knee-jerk reaction to all this, and it wasn't for the reasons that they were taking money. Like, it wasn't for the reasons that, like, all of a sudden Betty didn't know what happened with the house money.
Right.
Like, you know, that just, it kind of sounded like his feelings got hurt, and that was about it. Like, but I don't know.
Yeah,
does that
and
warrant
I feel
you
like
to stop doing that? Like,
yeah.
I feel like just like that Tyler guy said, like when he did his video, he wasn't like coming at him. He just asked the questions, like, and then saying honor. That's what triggered everybody, was the word honor, when the guy even admitted that, like you said, he lied about something already involving this guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, something's really not right.
Yeah, something's not right. Because I don't the email back. That doesn't sit right with me. That really doesn't sit right with me.
And that would probably didn't sit right with the Tyler guy either. He probably came to the same conclusions that we did. Like, that doesn't feel right. These people probably can't read and all these other things. Like, so that might be why he sprinkled the honor word in there, because he was probably thinking, I can already tell you're a skeevy dude.
That might be, because that would be sketch as hell, having a contract with those people like that.
Yeah, and he showed the screenshots of people asking in his comments, where's the money that you gave them? So obviously he wasn't keeping his audience updated with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's trying genuinely to do something serious for people and make content that is serious and cool. Tyler, he made a response video with Oblivion NPC music, and he's done this before when he responded to Brent Rivera.
Hey, we're filming our thing. You film yours. Okay? Let's not be.
Oh, that's him? Oh. I didn't know that was him. Oh, I've seen this before. Okay.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Not be disrespectful, okay?
Well, you have to shit talking the iPhone, though.
I don't appreciate the disrespect.
What disrespect? I literally walked out of my hotel room and nearly had a heart attack.
Why did you walk up to us, like, enter our space?
I just paid $400 a night for the hotel. What do you mean?
Yeah, but if we were normal guests...
Whoa. Okay. Normal guests? You think you're elevated beyond an average human being? You've ascended the human... Wait, who are you?
He recorded that one from a toilet, though. I don't know what the point of the NPC music is. I don't know if it's trying to take the piss or what this exactly is going on here.
No one yelled at you or accused you of anything. I simply walked up to you, asked you if you knew the two girls who were at the end of the hallway. You denied knowing them completely.
To me, it doesn't seem...
I remember that drama.
Yeah.
like Tyler is trying to specifically destroy Mark's reputation. He's just trying to drum up some drama to get more views and trying to make a much larger situation out of what's happening that is, and maybe trying to score some virtue points by doubling down on the GoFundMe and then saying, hey, yo, that's what it seems like. It just seems like he wants to be the good guy. That's what it seems like. It doesn't seem like he's trying to trash Mark. Maybe it is. It didn't seem like he set out to do that. Maybe he was a little upset by the response via email, and he's like, you know, f this guy. He's gonna take advantage of him with fucking A&E and having this fucking TV show and shit. I'm gonna go in there and I'll show him. Oh yeah, guess what? Betty said you didn't even pay the GoFundMe. Sugma. Meanwhile, he's been paying the taxes and going above and beyond to help these people, and Betty's a goddamn instigator. She's a damn shitster.
And I always ask her, like, what are you doing with all this money? You're living in West Virginia. How can you spend so much money like this? And she goes, I need it. And it's her money, so I give it to her. But between her and Larry, there's a lot of money flowing out of that GoFundMe, and it's down to zero now. So,
and yeah, Mark says that Tyler is an irresponsible journalist, and this is in the beginning of people calling out Tyler.
He's not a journalist, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
I got a problem with Mark just sitting there saying that he was, you know, I was also wondering, where's this money going? Then why aren't you, like, being more careful about it? If you know that they're just blowing the money that these people are donating, like, that's kind of wild. Like, you wouldn't just go up to a homeless person and keep giving them money if you knew that they were turning around and shooting up with it.
True.
Like, if they needed something, you'd probably get that for them or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a way to do this to where the money didn't get blown and he didn't care.
There's a lack of responsibility that is happening there because, like, the GoFundMe was for a specific purpose, and then all of a sudden they're taking the money out for different things, and all of a sudden it's down back to zero. I don't know whether, like, you know, he's got a point. It is their money, and, you know, if they need stuff, they need stuff. But, you know, it should be like, all right, I'll get you these things, or,
exactly.
I'll help you out
get
with
it
that.
For them.
Yeah, but that's,
Instead
I don't
of
know.
Just, that don't feel
gatekeeping
right.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but I feel like him saying that he was also wondering, where is this money going? Like, but you just kept, like, I don't
should
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because how is he going to update everybody that, like, you know, donated towards this and saying, look, this is what they're doing with it? like being open
Yeah.
and transparent with the purchases and the transfers. Like, it's kind of like, well, you don't know what
Yeah.
they're doing with it. Like, it was for this purpose, which is why people donated to the fund.
Exactly.
And now you're like, well, it's all down to zero and we don't know where it went. It's kind
Yep.
of, yeah, I don't know.
Tyler for his journalistic integrity or being an opportunistic journalist. For example, Thought Slime made a deep dive video about Tyler's history as a terrible opportunistic journalist. For example, Tyler doesn't typically defend himself when criticized, he just tries to discredit the people that are criticizing him, which is awesome.
Tyler typically does not defend himself when criticized, but instead tries to find some reason to discredit his critics. Anything from them getting a high salary to them thinking they do good in the world, which is bad to think.
If you want to look into that, you can watch Thought Slime's video. It's pretty bad, to be honest. Now, the damage has been done. Whose side are you on, guys? Do you think Mark is an asshole? Do you think Tyler is an asshole?
Well, I already thought Mark was. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think this will all work out, genuinely. Mark seems like a smart dude, and he seems like he's got the right mind to be able to make this into something cool. And, you know, Betty is not actually an instigator. They can't help it. All in all, I think both sides are a little bit at fault, but at the end of the day, Mark has been involved in these people's lives for a long time, helping them, and also, you know, at the same time, making content that isn't exploitative of their lives and genuinely going and showing people who they are, going to Walmart. Just, it's pretty good human content. Tyler is very responsible. He made a hit piece towards Mark. Not terribly on purpose, I think, but it definitely had the result of a hit piece, which would cause the average mind-numbed YouTuber viewer to think that Mark is a bad guy who scammed the Whittakers, when in reality, that's not at all what happened, guys. Do you think Tyler is eager to be the new Whittaker sugar daddy, or do you think that this is all going to end very poorly? Or do you think Mark will come back and Soft White Underbelly will make a massive big chungus return and the Whittakers will be happy? Maybe I should go up there and rescue them. Just kidding. I'm scared of West Virginia. I don't want to go. I'm scared.
I don't blame you. I'm scared too. Not gonna lie.
Link some kind of GoFundMe because I feel responsible for covering all this shit. I'm not gonna link Tyler's. I don't know. This whole situation feels like it sucks though. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, all I got to say is a modular home or a double wide trailer does not cost that much.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't even need $100K. You probably need close to
I'd say like 80.
I would say 80 with travel and setting it up and stuff like that. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Cost of double. Oh, right there. All right, cost of double wide trailer. A double wide manufactured home costs between 120, 160. How much are most double wides? Damn, double wides
No,
cost
those
that
gotta
much
be
now?
luxury. There ain't no way.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
That's
Okay, hold
bare
on.
bones. Like, these people are used to nothing. Get them the bare bones one.
All right, let's see. Cost of modular homes. All right, cost of modular homes: $19K, $29K, $72.
Yeah, that sounds very. Hang on, what's so fancy about double wides now?
I don't know. When did double wides go up in price like that?
They gotta have like, I don't know, a jacuzzi bathtub or something.
Good God.
Tell you what, that chalet lumber home house kit looks freaking great. Look, that looks awesome.
And that's $56,000 right there.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many options.
You know,
That
I kind of like that one. Not gonna. I think I found my house. I'm just saying.
That is cute. I love those big
That
ones.
is cute. Look at that.
There ain't no shame in living in a modular or double wide.
No.
I grew up in a trailer, so.
I mean, you gotta think too. Wait, okay. So, I mean, if it boiled down to it, they could even get them one that's already been lived in. These people literally have nothing.
Yeah, they're used to absolutely nothing. Like, they're gonna appreciate anything, I'm sure.
So even like maybe a double wide that's already been lived in, or by getting them a modular home or something. I mean, it's cheaper to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know double wides cost so much now.
Yeah, I gotta see what double wides look like now. There's gotta be something about them.
Yeah, because
It's
I don't
different.
remember them being so damn expensive. Oh, with a current population slightly under 1.0 is 120 built. Okay, so price for a site-built home is around 124. Compare the figure to the average price of a manufactured home, which is $35,300 with added fees for installation and land. If they already own the land, you can take that part out. Installation, boom. So the price of a manufactured home would be $35K plus additional fees. So you don't need 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need 150 at that point.
Yeah.
So there you go. Honestly, And I'm gonna be. You want to get on top of that? You could buy them a bunch of campers, and it would be better than what you're living in now.
Yeah, if that's their own land, yeah, get them each their own used camper. They would love that.
I mean, good God.
Having their own space as well, like that'd be insane.
Yeah, it'd probably help them not be so cluttered. Or I don't know.
Speaking of the clutter, they could even try and pay someone to get in there and help them organize their home. Like, it was just everywhere, thrown everywhere. If you had someone in there just going, right, this goes here, you know, try and keep it like this.
Yeah.
Like, I think that'll help them organize themselves enough to be able to be like, all right, so this, they know exactly what they need and what they need. Like, I reckon they're just good, like, they're probably getting all that money and just going, okay, we need this, this, and this, and going out and getting it. But then realizing when they go home, they already got stacks of it, or like they already, like, I don't know. I'm just like,
yeah, there was stuff everywhere. That would give me a heart attack.
But then you kind of think, like, well, how long are they going to keep it that way if they did do it like that? So I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. It is sad.
Yeah, something's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm too happy with it. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about the situation. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and it doesn't sit well with me. So
you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Betty went to the casino with that money.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't. You gotta think these people don't have anything. They've never had anything. So to them, $4,000 is like having $4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
you just wonder where that all went because it obviously didn't go back into their home.
Right.
So.
I don't know. It's something's not right. Something's not right on a lot of fronts, you know.
Yeah.
So, anything else about this?
No, I don't think I'm looking at Mark any different.
No.
But I don't know. Like, I do understand that he was like, you know, when he saw the paper trail there for all of the the transfers to Betty and all that sort of stuff. Like, at least like that part was the most honest part about the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, I think that everything else was just kind of like hit him on a personal level where like his reputation got hurt more than anything else, and now he's just like, well, screw you all, I don't want to do anything about this anymore. So
yeah,
so I don't know. I think he's very still self-serving in a way.
Yes.
But I think it was more self-serving for the image than actually helping them.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I agree. I agree 100% with that. I don't know. Like I said before, something doesn't sit right with me. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. He did come with the receipts that he was sending the money, but I feel like, that money was for them, but that money was for a home that they actually need. You know? And I don't... And obviously, if they're getting that money, they're obviously not using it right because you don't see them have anything. So something's not right.
Yeah, why couldn't Mark could have got in contact with that Paige woman who goes and checks in on them anyway and said, hey, I'll give you the money to get their groceries every week.
Yeah, because she seemed to know what was going on. Like,
yeah, there were lots of options there.
Yeah. There was, and there still is a bunch of options that he could be doing, and I don't know. Something's not right to me. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess take us out, Miss Eva.
All right. Thank you all for joining us for the episode of the broadcast. Like and subscribe on this episode if you haven't already. And put your thoughts down below about the situation. Do you think that Mark is kind of being a little bit weird and a bit scammy, or do you think that the other dude was a bit out of pocket and probably shouldn't have tried to instigate stuff? I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below. Definitely. I would love to hear what y'all got to say about it.
Yeah, what happened to the money? What do you think happened to the money?
Yeah.
That's number one. Anyway, well, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
It was just there staring at me the whole time, Xylie. You didn't see that?
I wasn't noticing. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I am a married woman. I do not look at that particular part on men. Thank you very much. I am a good Christian Southern woman, okay?